This is a public hearing relating to Resolution 2026-10, adopting a new monthly rate schedule for water, sewer, and stormwater utility customers of the city of Hood River for the 27 fiscal year. Let me begin with a description of tonight's hearing. First, staff will provide an overview of the water, sewer, and stormwater utility fee schedule. Then we will take public testimony. And finally, we will close the hearing, deliberate, and render a decision on the proposed resolution. Final adoption may occur in the regular portion of tonight's meeting. That's the procedural introduction. If anyone has any questions about the process as we
For
go
water services, just over 3,500 customers, again, both inside and outside of city boundaries. They are categorized into residential, commercial, industrial, multifamily, and then irrigation classifications. Similar to sewer, your user rates are a combination of a base rate of meter size and a commodity rate based on volume and a user category. The residential user base rate currently includes a usage allowance, which is 5,000 gallons per month, with water above the allowance charged at the residential commodity rate. The recommendations for the water fees include a base rate and commodity adjustments, as well as implementing a rate distinction between inside city and outside city limits, similar to that exists for sewer, and an adjustment to the residential allowance. For base rate inflationary increases, again, staff recommends the CPI for water and wastewater maintenance, which is 4.26% for all users except for residential users. For residential users, staff is recommending reducing the allowance from 5,000 gallons a month to 3,000 gallons a month. Based on statistics, 50% of all residential users only use 3,000 gallons a month at any given year. And 80% of users only exceed 3,000 gallons during the irrigation months. The average residential user uses about 6.36 thousand gallons per month. So the reduction in this commodity, one is a conservation sort of initiative, as well as recognizing that water usage generally is above 3,000 gallons a month during the irrigation months, and so it is more of an elective use than that of necessity. Outside of city limits, base rates currently make no distinction, between inside and outside. We're looking to extend the same methodology in sewer with an outside of city limits base rate and recommending a 1.2 times multiple to the associated inside rate cost. Outside city limit costs are higher for servicing and supply, as the infrastructure is generally older, service distances are greater, and more costly on maintenance costs. Lastly, commodity rates are adjusted by user class to reflect the overall water delivery costs. Combined, these changes are anticipated to provide $3.9 million in total water revenues, which compare favorably with the fiscal 27 budget. Lastly, the memorandum looks at affordability and comparables. The average residential water bill increases from $47.29 to $54.45 per month, and the average sewer bill increases from $67.68 per month to $70.56, which remains well within comparables for water and sewer, both regionally and for municipalities of similar sizes. And affordability analysis was provided for both water and sewer combined, and it was done to the 60% of AMI, which equates to the utility assistance income level in order to test affordability. In both instances, utility rates remain affordable to the average residential user under each measurement. Staff presents the complete rate schedule as Exhibit A to the materials and as Exhibit A to Resolution 2026-10 and recommends adoption for the 2026-2027 fiscal year.
Thank you. It's a fairly substantial policy shift to do 3,000 instead of 5,000. I'm excited that we're moving in that pro-conservation direction. Doug?
Yeah, I just want to second, thank you so much, Chris, for the prep in terms of meeting with all of us individually and making sure that we understand the basis for all these changes. I'll echo the mayor's sentiments regarding the change regarding water. I think my first question about that was how much of that is people watering their lawns in the city, and it seemed to be pretty substantial. I can definitely remember some years back when people were putting signs in their yard when we were in a drought and saying, don't waste water on that. So I think, having an incentive that's monetary to do that is definitely going to be very helpful in that. And also great to see all the work from the stormwater project being able to inform what we can do there as well. I know stormwater has been an area that's been definitely changing in terms of, utility rates and all that. So I'm just glad that we're modernizing, and thank you for all the work that you've done.
I really appreciated the analysis. I think a lot of times that, people feel frustration, myself included, is when something goes up and you have no idea why, like my internet bill, just like, why is this going up? There's no reason stated to why this is going up. And this is a really sound methodology in here that, as much as don't like to raise rates, and especially right now when everything is going up, the strategy behind it and the reasons for doing so are pretty clear. So I appreciate having that laid out to all of us here on council.
Eventually a motion, but no rush. This is an important topic. Thanks, Chris, for a good presentation.
I move that city council adopt resolution 2026-10, adopting the water, sewer, and storm utility rate fee schedule for the 2026-27 fiscal year.
Moved by Paulson,
Second.
second by Cavallari. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?